Welcome back. Today we're fitting the turbo and a few other bits before the subframe. Just a quick one. Found a way, hopefully, of housing the short shifter 3D printed box. Cut hole, silicone it on. Fingers crossed. Right then, today's exciting. My manifold has come back from Cerakoting. Also, the downpipe, which is all very nice. So let's crack on. We're trying to put that here. So there we are, one manifold. Bit of a pig job because you've got one here which you can't get a socket on, one here you can't get in. I can point to it here where my pinky is, because you can't. The stud comes out and it catches it, so I've ended up putting a nut in there bolt and get it as tight as I can with a spanner. That was okay, that was okay, that was okay, but yeah, all nipped up and lovely. Let's see what this turbo looks like. Right, I've not got an awful lot of as I've been going videos because I've been concentrating very hard. I'm talking to Jack to make sure I'm putting everything together properly, but I'll flip the camera around, I'll talk you through what's happened, what's done. So yeah, so here we go. Turbo is fitted. You'll notice from the difference between this one and the last clip, we no longer have air conditioning because this will not allow it, and also no aircon because race core. So yeah, we've got turbo on, all the band clamps holding that in, the zero self sports cat downpipe, all connected up down here to go underneath. So we go from there then is, so turbo's got oil feed pipe coming in the top, which as I lay the bonnet down it touches there, so that needs a bit of relief. Also led to obviously belt being too long, so I've ordered a shorter belt to go around there. So that just skipped because my son was talking to me. I thought, yeah, word up, don't I listen to him talking about whether he can play on the games console. So yeah, coolant pipes with got the auxiliary water pump all plumbed in like it was, comes round, and we've got a T-junction off here. I'm going to be using the standard like header tank bit, so I just need to get a hose that will make sure that reaches up there, so that's all ready to connect. Had a bit of confusion around this boost controller, because obviously we've normally got a vacuum pipe underneath, and we end up taking off the vacuum pump into that. There's a solenoid and it pumps everything around, so basically that solenoid now is plugging into this boost controller, so that is basically on a big old loop round from here, from what I've just been told. There's some magic happening there. And then move to underneath. Where are we? Oh. So under here we've connected up our hard boost pipe there, so we've got all the pipes here, and this is a different. At this point I should probably stop talking because I don't fully understand this pump, but I think it's like fuel vapour into the intake or something like that. Going around and goes in up here somewhere. You get another one that comes out of it then, which goes around into the breather at the top, so the PCV system's still working. Oh, very clever. While I was under there, I just unplugged the injectors, and I've not got spark plugs in. I've just laid the coil packs in, just so there's no stuff getting in there, because first start up I need to not have the injectors connected or spark plugs in I need to, when it first starts, I need to crank it over till I'm getting oil pressure. And obviously I'll take the oil feed pipe off the turbo, put that in a cup or something. I'll find another one, otherwise the wife's going to kill me. And when, I think from what I've read, when I get oil coming out of the oil feed pipe, I should have oil pressure, and see if we can check that before we actually connect it all up, and then put the spark plugs in and plug the injectors in, and then hopefully it fires up. Sounds like an absolute flipping beast. So I have had to have a look at, though, I'll flip around to look around the fuse box again, because the harness that comes in to plug in the bulkhead there for all of the magic that happens is under there. So I've had a look at the bracket and I've marked that up. I'm going to take that into work and use my grinder and all that white area, chop out so that the harness can fit underneath it, and then I can still have the fuse box in that location, so hopefully it looks nice and neat. So I think what I'm going to crack on with now is the pads are a bit low and the discs are looking a bit crusty, so I've got a new set that I've had for a while, so I'll drop them on. I've also got a new wheel bearing, so we've got new lower control arms and everything, so I'm just going to go into cracking all that off now, and the whole front end will be basically brand new, because why not? I'll come around to the back of the car and show you as well. So basically made a bit of an effort with the subframe. In there I've got some cure rust and then some hammerite, and then basically cure rusted and hammerited the subframe up there, just until I can get me a ground going. I'll take it off the road for another few weeks and drop that down, but I'll do that probably when I've ran the fuel level down, because it's sat there with like nearly a full tank of fuel. I don't fancy the weight of that or the fuel disappearing over my drive, because it's expensive enough. Also exciting is obviously I've got cables coming from the Delta to come into the engine bay to plug in for stuff like the fuel pump and the lambda sensor and all that kind of stuff, and where the like noise generator hole that goes into the bulkhead, I've looked under there, there's a hole, so I managed to get the wires all through there, so neat. It looks neat, which is good, which is what I'm going for, because I want to open the bonnet and have a look and go, sort of looks like it's meant to be like that anyway. So moving now to looking at getting the drive shafts in. So I've decided what I'm going to do. I've got new wheel bearings, so we're going to put new wheel bearings on. So far I've slid the pins out of the Brembo's top tip, because I've nearly forgot. Remember to take the spring bit out, otherwise you keep your tension on there and the pins don't like to slide out. But so we've got to slid the pins out, took the brake pads out, the discs off, and we're just trying to lubricate up behind there. I've got one of the nuts out. They're 13mm, although a 13mm socket didn't go on to start off with, because it was encased in rubbish. So yeah, and obviously we just changed this bottom ball joint quickly as well. So when we get back to that in a few minutes, we'll have new hub, new discs and pads, and hopefully we'll look at getting the drive shafts in then. Right, there we go. New wheel bearing fitted. It was literally 4 bolts back there. So what I've done when it came out, I've just run the wire brush round and cleared all the entrance up, a little bit crusty on the inside. You can see on the back of the old one there, it was pretty crusty. So while you're here, just done that spins nicely. Took the wheel speed sensor out to do that, just so I didn't damage it. So just gonna pop that in, and then it'll be pop new discs on, pop new pads in, and then this side's done, and it'll be exactly the same on the other side. Right, back out Saturday morning, determined today we're going to get all connected up and hopefully first fire, because the subframe and everything's back now and it looks amazing. So just to carry on, so I very nearly forgot to start filming again. Let me just turn the camera around, I'll walk you through what I've done now and what I'm about to do. So we have the new disc and pads fitted, and that level bit, ball joint, and then I've sat and worked out, a couple of pictures on this before this, the cooling for the turbo. So I've ended up ordering some nice bits, thinking about when I come to service, so I've not got anything in the way of this coming out. So coming up, T-junction up, feed, and then bringing this one back round onto the turbo. So just need to Jubilee clip those up. Then the disc and pads on, wheel hub disc and pads on this side, and the lower ball joint. And now we're just going for drive shafts. You know what? That was a lot easier than I thought. Here they are. That's one in. Just hand tighten the nut on the outside for now. Nipple that up whenever I see everything in place with the subframe, I think. Right, drive shaft number 2 in. A little bit more difficult because it was a longer one. But yeah, 13mm nuts in at the back and stuff back there. Tighten it off and everything's up. So I think next on is subframe. So that was all filmed back in September, and everything stopped because we come into problems, and it took a while to work them out. So that's why the uploads are only coming now. But I've really enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying it. I still am enjoying it. Next video will be subframe, but something I realise I don't do. But you know, if you like it, hit subscribe and like. Right, in a bit. Bye.